Let's just go to Tesla.com. Maybe buy a Tesla while we're here. Or a roof. Solar panels, man. All right, I like to look at contact information, location information. So let's look at contact. Okay, so you get some more email addresses here, press, EU press, whatever. They've got store locations when you're trying to find your nearest Tesla store. My next giveaway is a Tesla 3. I'll need a lot more donations for that. Okay, look at this, though. This is cool. So we want to zoom in as much as we can and try to find information that we can. You want to know what their parking lot looks like. Not only do you want to know what their parking lot looks like, you want to know if there is, say, like an adjacent parking lot or like a sandwich shop or something nearby that you can park. And that's what we do when we, say, like we fly the drone around, right? When my coworker flies his drone around, we'll go park way over here. That thing has like a 3 or 4 mile range. And what we'll do is we'll fly it over here. We'll take a peek at what's going on and see what we can do. So we're looking for doors, areas of interest, parking. Is there a security guard gate area that's on site? Not really seeing that. Yep, so we can just dig in as deep as we can go. As much range, huh? Let's take a look. Oh, there is an Ace of Sandwiches. Somebody said there's a sandwich shop across the street. Literally, this is probably where we'd park, at the sandwich shop. So somebody said that Strava is a pile of data. Well, if you've got information, submit it for us, man. Drag and drop the little dude. This guy, is that all you do? I'm so bad at this. You guys are expert level. Next expert. All right. Can we get into this area here? Doesn't look like it. No. So what can we see from the street? Doesn't look like a bunch here. It's definitely Tesla, right? And sometimes when we're doing this, sometimes buildings are new and you won't even show up on Google Maps. You'll have to look at other locations. Some sites are pay to play when it comes to satellite information. We did a building physical of a building that just got built and wasn't anywhere, but we were able to find the information through a different satellite. But some of them are pay to play. But just know that Google Earth is not the only satellite. What are the chances this is a Tesla? It's not a Tesla. Darn. We can form around the backside, see if there's anything over here, down the street. Yeah, you really can't see a ton. There's not a ton of information here. That's a budget car? What are the chances you can see parking tags? I don't know. It's a good question. So we don't see any sort of like big security, which is a good sign if you're doing a physical, right? They probably have badging in and out. I'm sure they have like a big security presence when it comes to the front door area. They may have some sort of two-factor or anything where you need to get into anything of interest, right? But in terms of having to drive through and talk to a security guard to get past the gate, I didn't see anything like that. I don't see any kind of crazy fencing. What are the chances they have guest Wi-Fi? They might. I would think they take their security pretty seriously, especially being on platforms like BugCrowd or HackerOne, whatever they're on. But, you know, you can't just judge them and say, yeah, for sure that they're going to be safe. But all right. That is true. Date timestamp might be important here. This is from December 2017. So what has happened in 2 years? So we could take satellite images. We can try this, right? And if we put this address in and we say satellite, let's see. I don't know all the good sites. I just have to come across them. If you know a good site, let me know. See, these images are from November 10th to December 2013. And this isn't, this is Microsoft Bing. So yeah, their security presence could have increased. Maybe even likely did increase. Right? So Tesla was more coming around, not as popular at that time. So things to think about. But we'll move on. We won't stay too long with satellite images because we're not doing a physical test of Tesla. So we could go back to, let's say, people. And let's just pick a name out of here. Let's pick this guy. He's got a kind of unique name. Or the Stephanie has a McCandles or McCandless. I don't know. I like McCandles. We could search for him. We could say, looks like this is actually more common than we thought. Let's pick a different name. Nikola Tesla, nice. We could email that address. That's actually pretty funny. Was that an article about a guy stabbing? Okay. Guys. Where do you see a stabbing of a horse? And all right. Does not work at Tesla. Doesn't look like. Used to work at Tesla. Oh no, she still does. Lead customer experience specialist. So probably not a high target, right? But the high targets aren't the ones we're always going to be after either. So we might be able to find some information from someone like her if we look at her, if we look at like her Twitter or her Facebook or something along those lines. And she looks completely different. What are the chances, man, that she has the same name as an actress or whoever else with that unique? Oh, we're going to get into some Google hacking. Well, she's a client service representative. Let's not judge her income. We won't spend too much time on people either. So if you guys find anything interesting in terms of people, let me know. There's a lot more tools that we need to go through before the night is over. But while we're on the topic of this Google foo or Google hacking, there's a bunch which most of you are probably very familiar with. But let's say, for example, we want to search for Tesla. And we say, okay, well, we found Tesla.com. Let's search Tesla.com, but let's say we want to find, information on that site and only the site of Tesla.com, right? We could say site Tesla.com. Okay, and then we come in here and we see a lot of www.tesla.com, and we can get all these directories that are in here. But what if we want to see maybe some sort of subdirectories? We don't want to see any of the www. We could take out the www with the minus www. And now we get other subdirectories, right? We get ir.tesla.com, forms.tesla.com. A lot of forms. And we could start minimizing this. Maybe we don't want to see forms. We can take out forms.tesla.com. So we can do things like this. We can also look for interesting docs, right? So we could say file type PDF. And only look for PDFs that were put out. Sometimes you get interesting information that's left behind. How many PDFs does Tesla have? Tesla has 3,290 PDFs. But who knows what they may have accidentally put on there, right? Say, for example, you might see financial statements you weren't supposed to, or client information you weren't supposed to, or some sort of sensitive information. Just as an example, DocX is a good one to look at. Looks like Sick in the Mind just posted a pretty long file type one. That's pretty good. So yeah, there's a lot of interesting file types to look for and just things to think about. Other than looking for files and people, we can use other tools that are built in already. So we talked about the harvester a little bit. Let's just type in the harvester like this. Now, if you run it by default, it's going to want API keys, which we don't have at the moment. So what we're going to do is we're going to fill out the old-fashioned way. Or if you actually run it with a -all, which is an option here, then it's going to want the hunter.io, these ones, the API key to actually search. So let's just take one of the examples that are here. Let's say we want to search the harvester, and we want to do a domain of tesla.com. We want a length of 500 searches through Google. And let's just see what it pulls up. And this will take a minute. Hey Nanjo, how's it going? Okay, so it looked through it. It found some emails, potential targets here, just gathering information. It also found some web addresses. Look, it found some more subdomains, edr.tesla.com, employeefeedback.tesla.com. We see the forums that we found, IR, shop, energy support. We might find something, again, interesting in these subdomains, right? Like a dev.tesla.com. That might be interesting. These types of environments.